What do we have here? Another SL500 trailer to towed here from Louisville, Kentucky. Look at this. All right. So she's in the driveway now. Let's see what we have here. All right. Either a 2003 or 2004 SL500. This client of mine, this customer of mine, has had issues with the ABC suspension. So what are we doing? It's pretty obvious. We are getting rid of the active body control suspension, and we are installing Silver's Neomax coilovers. All right, guys, so you know what time it is. It's an early morning. The sun is shining. It's beautiful out here. It's a fall morning. It's gorgeous. I love the fall weather. I love the fall temperatures. It enables you to get a lot of things done. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. So you guys see what this is to the left. It's not an AMG. I know, whatever. SL500, though. It is that. It is pure German engineering at its best. And we have here a 2004 maybe SL500 that has a issue with the ABC suspension. So you already know what I'm about to do. You already know what's about to go down. If you watch my videos, if you follow me, you know what it is. Silver's Neomax adjustable coilovers are about to be installed onto this SL500. It's raising up and lowering down on its own while driving and while idling. It's doing all the weird stuff that indicates that, yeah, the valve blocks can be rebuilt. The O-rings can be replaced. Whenever you open up this ABC system, you are introducing contamination because this fluid is contaminated. Over time, it is what it is. It does what it does. This is a closed hydraulic fluid system that over time breaks down internal components, such as O-rings. And also inside the accumulators, that diaphragm type of material or whatever that is, that rubber, whatever that stuff is that separates the nitrogen from the fluid, that breaks down. That contaminates the fluid. There's a filter. There's a filter in this ABC reservoir. There's a filter. This thing right here. But guess what? Filters break down and have to be replaced. In order to maintain the system properly, you have to do a fluid change and then do a rodeo. I suggest probably every 10,000 miles, but here goes the problem. People don't drive these cars that often. They most of the time sit. They don't drive them year round. Some do, but most don't. They're beautiful cars when they're brand new and you only want to pull it out when the sun is shining. It's a perfect day. You want to drop the top. And so most of these cars have low miles, and guess what still happens? The ABC fails. What is ABC? Active body control. That's the hydraulic fluid suspension instead of regular struts. It doesn't have the air ride or the airmatic that Mercedes calls it. It's the airmatic suspension that most people are familiar with. Only a few vehicles have the ABC, the active body control suspension. Hydraulic fluid, not pneumatic. Hydraulic fluid. Only a few of the premium Mercedes vehicles had it, the SL, CO, and the S-Class. Now, old school cars such as the SEC, the C126 or W126, whatever, the coupe version, I know for a fact they introduced hydraulic suspension in the rear only, not in the front. But guess what? It was less problematic then, but it was not as advanced as it is in the modern time, Mercedes-Benz. Some people live and die by this suspension. They say it's the best thing ever. Mercedes knew what they were doing. Who are we to change it? Well, let me tell you who I am. I'm Goldelementautoworks. I change them out because most owners of these vehicles are afraid to drive them because the suspension keeps failing. And by the time the second, third, fourth, fifth owner buys these cars, the suspension has failed, and that's why they're buying it for so cheap. They see it as an opportunity to finally own a vehicle that they've wanted since they were little, since they first saw it on the road. And now they can finally afford to buy it, but can they afford to own it? I'm here to tell you that the answer is yes. Yes, when you do this, when you swap out this aged, top-notch suspension that is now outdated and most of the time not taken care of. You got to do a fluid change all the time, really. You have to really stay on top of it. And guess what's still going to break down? The hoses. Because it's always pressurized. When the car is turned off, it's pressurized. Over time, what happens? Just over time, it's inevitable. Components break down. Valve blocks have issues. Accumulators fail. The high pressure lines give way. The power steering pump, the ABC pump, the dual pump, tandem pump. Guess what? It fails. It's inevitable. Nothing lasts forever. So yeah, keep the system if you want to, but just know it's going to cost you. And some people are okay with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But have realistic expectations. Don't think that just because it's working today that it won't work tomorrow. Don't think just because you successfully owned your SL without ABC breakdown that it's not going to break down. Don't think that just because you have the money to maintain it, or you have the mechanic, or you have the knowledge and the mechanical aptitude to do the work yourself, that anyone who takes an alternative route is foolish. No, your reasoning is foolish. Because not everyone wants to drive around with a top-of-the-line dynamic, highly engineered suspension that's prone to failure. They'd rather drive around in a car that just has a good suspension and it works, and they don't have to worry about failure. And so for those owners of the SL, CL, and the S-Class who care to get rid of the ABC, consider only adjustable coilovers. Do not buy non-adjustable. What is the advantage of adjustable? Because you can adjust the dampening, which is how the spring or the coil rebounds, how the strut rebounds in comparison or in balance to the spring rate. Adjustable coilovers, you can put in different springs. You can adjust the dampening settings. You can adjust the height. These are all key things. Also preload. These are all key factors to having a properly installed and dialed in suspension when you go after market. There's nothing wrong with going after market. There's nothing wrong with incorporating something that was not made in Germany into a German car. We do it when we change out the radios. Are you buying a German radio? No. Are you buying German wheels? Most people don't. Are you buying German aftermarket accessories? No. Most of the stuff comes from China. Few things are American made nowadays. I accept that. I don't give a crap. The very device that you're watching this on is from where? Probably China. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? The car is still German. The engine is still German. The engineering is still German. The headlights are still German. I don't know. It's stupid. It's just dumb reasoning to think that your car has to be purely German. What does that do? Make you feel better about yourself? Sleep better at night knowing that you did not put Japanese or Chinese or Taiwan, whatever, coilovers onto your German vehicle? That makes you feel better about your car? How foolish. How foolish. How foolish. You use more things from out of the country than you realize on a daily basis. It makes your life comfortable. And guess what? These coilovers make ownership of these SLs more comfortable. Even the CEO has coilovers. Probably from China. Yellow Speed Racing. And guess what? I've never had a suspension failure on this thing ever since. I don't know how long it's been, 7, 8, 9 years, whatever. This one right here, Silver's Neomax. Yep. 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 And guess what? If this aromatic ride fails, I don't know where I'm gonna get my suspension from. I might maintain. Usually I maintain aromatic. It's not a big deal. To me, aromatic's not a big deal. Unless it's just prone to failure, maybe the design or something like that. But I think it's pretty practical. I think aromatic is pretty practical. Easy to maintain. Will I put OEM struts on here? Maybe. If I find a very good company that makes an aftermarket one that's not German, at the end of the day, I love driving my vehicles, and I like my vehicles to work when I want them to work. I want them to get me to my destination in a sophisticated luxury manner, but a reliable manner. I don't want to ever have doubt that my suspension will fail while driving down the road. I don't have time for that. My time is more important than that. Not just my money, but my time. So you consider that when you consider what you want to do. If you want to drive ABC for the rest of your life, cool, I support you. If you want to switch over to coilovers, cool, I support you. You know me. Come on, man. If you don't know me, get to know me. Watch my videos. Listen to what I'm saying. Even though I am biased towards coilovers, I understand ABC, and I understand why people maintain and keep it. But it's not the only option, and that's the only thing I'm saying. It's not the only option. So stop saying that crap. You know how tired I am of reading these forums and discussions and Facebook conversations? And you always have that one or two characters who jump on there and just speak reckless about people who change their coilovers. If you wanted to buy a Honda, why didn't you just buy a Honda? Silly. So silly, so close-minded. Not reasonable at all. Oh, man. If you can't afford a Mercedes, buy a Honda. So silly. Oh, God. Crack myself up. Anyhow. Hey, y'all. Handle y'all business, man. Let me get on back to work. I got to get these Silver's Neomax and coilovers installed. First thing I have to do is remove. You already know. The tandem pump. That thing. Oh, yeah. Everybody hates this part of the job. But guess what? I have a process. It'll come out. No problem. Then I have to remove the valve blocks that are located there. The one there. The one there in the back. And the lines that run across from the back to the front. Across the front. Yep. Get all those lines out of there. No biggie. Install these power steering pumps, a standard power steering pump in place of the tandem pump. Simplify the system. Yep. It's all part of the game. Get these ABC struts up out of here. Put some adjustable coilovers in, and he's good to go. I'll drive it. I'll dial it in. I'll adjust it, and he'll be so happy. So happy. And I'll be so happy that he's happy. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I do this. Yeah, does it make me money? Yeah. But is life all about money? Nope. It's about friendships. It's about caring and giving, you know? Giving them my time and my knowledge and helping other people out so that they can enjoy their vehicle brings me satisfaction. It really does. It really does. I started this business not for profit. You see, initially, I was just sharing information on YouTube just because, like, wow, look what I did. Hey, look, guys, you have an option here. It turned into a business, but that wasn't my initial intent. It was just sharing information. Most of my information is still free. You don't have to pay for this. Are you paying for this video that you're watching? Nope. Have I asked for your money to watch these videos? Nope. Free information. They say that the game is to be sold, not told, but I'll sleep better at night knowing that I've helped people and not always monetize off of people. I just like helping people, you know? It's part of my nature, I guess. I just like to see more of these SLs on the road. I like to read the positive stories and the reviews after people install these coilovers and how they were thinking about selling their car. They haven't driven their car in 5 years because of the suspension. Oh, that pit in your stomach where it hurts to think about. Oh, my suspension is going to cost me so much money. It's going to fail again because it keeps failing. But to have a one-time solution that actually works, and now you can finally drive your car. Oh my goodness, such a beautiful vehicle. So sad that so many are stuck in garages and at repair shops or even at the junkyard being parted out. So sad. So sad. Come on, guys. Let's be real here. Let's be real here. There are more options than ABC. Just think about it. Just think about it. Give it some consideration. If it's for you, cool. If it's not, cool. But just consider it. Just consider it. Hey guys, for those of you who are doing the ABC delete on their SL, the R230 Mercedes-Benz model, the original power steering reservoir, keep that. You don't necessarily have to buy the aftermarket reservoir to attach to the new power steering pump. I use the original one. I use the same bracket. Obviously, I removed the ABC reservoir because it's not needed. And here goes the tubing for that. I'll remove the ABC lines. And so this tube right here, this part of the line will be removed as well. So it's just dangling here because I haven't removed it yet. That's this stuff down here, the valve blocks. I always remove that when I do my coilover installations. But again, reuse this right here, the original power steering reservoir for the new power steering pump. I get rid of the ABC tandem pump. I don't need that anymore. When you do the ABC conversion, you can use it if you want to. I choose not to. Now, if you have a ABC pump that's leaking or giving you problems, you might want to go ahead and just get rid of it. The power steering side might still work, but I think it's a very over-engineered pump that you don't need anymore. It's heavy. It draws more resistance because it requires, I think, more draw out of the pulley system. And if it already has failed partially, I don't trust the rest of it. It might last forever. The power steering side might last forever. But they share common components. The bearing, the pulley itself. And with the heat and with the ABC side not functioning, you just don't know what it's going to do. Now, if you have a shop that's already inside your car and they're already removing all the ABC stuff, or even just the coilovers, I mean, just the struts themselves and installing coilovers, well, if you can get them to pull that pump out and install a standard power steering pump, do that. Do it while it's there. Because it makes it so much more simple long term. You don't have to worry about paying somebody to pull that back out again. Because they will charge you an arm and a leg to pull that out. Why? Because it's very hard to pull out. This pump here is so hard to get out. Now, I've done it over and over again, so it's not hard for me. But for the first time, second time, third time, it is hard. By the time you do it 5, 6, 7, 20 times, it's easier. Now, this right here is the most difficult part to remove because it requires small hands, for one, to reach back there and remove this off the engine block. And then to get up under the pump where this is attached and get that, not up under the pump, but the rear of the pump, and get up under where it is attached and remove that. That's difficult. You cannot get that pump out without removing this. And for most people, that is very hard. Fortunately, my hands are small enough to get back in there. It requires a combination of tools. So I recommend pulling out the ABC pump if you can and installing the power steering pump. It's very easy to do. It's low maintenance. It is a standard power steering pump for a Mercedes. It has the bracket attached to it. You gotta have that bracket attached to it. Otherwise, well, I will show you. Should I show you? Yeah, whatever. Go on my website. You see the pump, you see the bracket. All right? Go to my website, buy that pump, install it when you do a coilover swap, and you'll be more than happy down the road. Make sure you prime the pump before you start the car. There is some instructions on what to do. You can pause the video if you want to and read it. Some simple instructions on how to install and what to do afterwards just to ensure that the pump works and your rack and pinion is functioning as as previously, or if it wasn't functioning at all, that it starts to function properly. If you have any leaks or anything in your rack and pinion, that's a different issue. Make sure you fix that first. Power steering is a closed system. You cannot have leaks or compromised pressure in it, or it will cause premature damage to your pump. What fluid do I use? Well, Mercedes uses a synthetic power steering high temp fluid for your power steering. You can use the Pitocin. They have a type of fluid that you can use, high performance European power steering and central hydraulic fluid. This is the same fluid that you can use for your ABC system if you are keeping that. I also have here a full synthetic European power steering. Mercedes also sells just a power steering fluid that is good. I think it's like yellow. And that's usually what everybody has factory in there. Now, you can use this, but I don't like using anything to stop leak. I don't have a leak. I don't need that extra stuff in there. But anything that's synthetic, high temp, you can use. All right, guys, let me go ahead and get back to it. Again, this is that 03 or 04, I think 04, SL500. They came in from Louisville, Kentucky. The power steering is now installed. I'll go ahead and start it up. Well, I have to attach the belt. The belt's still off. I'll reattach that belt. I'll prime it first, turn it, attach the belt, start it up, let it do what it does. Make sure that the power steering is functional and working properly. And then I'll start removing all this other stuff. All that stuff. And this side, and the back side, and the line that runs, the two lines that run down that way. All right, let me get back to it. Okay, the coilover job is done. I have installed the Silver's Neomax. See a little bit of the smoke coming off here. Can you see it? Yeah, here it goes. Can you see that? Yeah, that's the valve cover gaskets. That's common on all these Mercedes V8s. Over time, those valve cover gaskets start to seep out a little oil, and it burns off on the exhaust manifold. It happens to all of these V8s. Over time, with postponed oil changes, if they're not done on a regular basis, that can happen. It even happened on my AMG right here, the wide body. It's common once these cars get some mileage to them or the oil isn't changed soon enough, it can happen. I've seen it over and over again. So it's a nice car. It needs a little bit of love. You can just tell that previous owners, I know not the owner who currently owns the car, not David, but some previous owners probably just kind of neglected some things, didn't really keep it on point. And so now we're at a point where we are getting things fixed. And that oftentimes happens with these SLs when they are being sold on the market. Really any of these Mercedes, they just go through the owners, and some owners are better than others. And so this owner is a good owner because he's trying to get everything fixed. So we have the suspension now permanently repaired. The ABC is gone, so no more problems with that. Now we have the Silver's Neomax coilovers installed. Next is getting the convertible top repaired. For whatever reason, the top is not working, and so there is a guy here who has the ability to get that repaired. And so that's where this car is going next, is to another shop. Also, there's some things going on with the door locking or unlocking capabilities with the key, communication with the key to unlock the doors. The locks are air controlled. There is a pump. It's all pneumatic. And so oftentimes people have issues with that as well. Now, this gas door here, I put tape on it because there was just a screw that was keeping it from popping open. Apparently, it was broken off. I'll show you. This plastic piece that goes into the little holder, this right here is broken off. It's supposed to be a round inlet or outlet that's, not out, whatever. There's a plastic piece right here that sticks out, and that goes into here, and it pops in, pops out with pressure, right? There's a pressure release tab inside of there. Spring-loaded pressure release, whatever. So, because that piece is broken off the actual door itself, I have to put tape there, otherwise it will just pop back out. he had a screw in place here that was keeping it there, where he would just, I guess, remove the screw to open the gas tank. But we had to come up with a better solution for that. That right there was temporary, but I had to fix that. Had to figure out also why the door locks are not actuating, why they're not unlocking with the remote. See if I can figure that out. Is it a simple fuse, or is there a deeper issue maybe with the pump? Or is it just a battery with the remote? I don't know. I haven't looked into it yet. So those are a couple things. We got some cosmetic issues here. Got a scratch there. There's a few other things that needs some attention, but overall, I like this owner because he wants to get everything just right. And so that's what you do. When you come across a nice car, a Mercedes that you've always wanted, you take the time and you get it right. Sometimes it's costly to do, depending on how much the previous owner did not do. But I mean, there's a lot of perks to this car. Look at it. Look at the panoramic roof right here. The glass top. It's hard to find these SLs with a glass top. He has it. Look how beautiful that is. I'm envious. I'm not gonna lie. I love that. I love that. I had an SL500, the silver one that had that glass top. That is beautiful. So the car has tons of potential. Tons of potential. Very nice car. It's in the right hands now. Just got to put the work in. He made a very good move. Switching over to Silver's Neomax. That's the move. Getting rid of ABC. Going with a suspension that will not fail you. Perfect. Okay, so the car suspension is installed. It is completed. Now I have to dial it in. I'm about to drive it around, see how it feels. See what adjustments need to take place. See also how the car settles. As of right now, everything looks perfect as intended. Now let's check out the driving experience. Alright, so the battery needs to be given attention. This is what it looks like when you remove the ABC fuse. You no longer get the red light. The battery, as of right now, the volume is not coming on, I don't think. Okay, it is. Okay, so the battery needs to be, this car needs to be driven. The battery probably needs to be replaced at some point. Consumer battery, so that's the battery in the rear needs to be replaced. The one in the front is the starter battery. The one that starts the car. So the battery in the rear needs to be given attention. The car needs to be driven in order to charge that battery up. I think this car has been sitting for a while at some point. All right, so with the ABC light, the red light is gone. You do get the white light, but you use this button right here to clear it. Hey! Turn this down. All right. You're comfortable in this joint. Okay. Okay, so right now I have the front set at 20 and the rear is set at 15. That's the dampening settings. Feels really good. Man, that's perfect. Feels fantastic. right, so nice smooth ride. Handles really good. The imperfections in the road, it takes it like a champ. Feels really good. I've done this suspension so many times on so many SLs. Very predictive handling. I already know how it's going to feel when I do the installation. Pretty much what I'm looking out for is unfamiliar sounds or handling characteristics that are not common after my installs. And I'm not getting that with this one at all. Everything is just as it should be. Feels the way it should feel. The height looks good. Feels real good. Feels solid. Feels perfect. Okay, now I just looked at the mileage on this car. I never even paid attention to it. Does that say 195? 195,810 miles? Dang, that is some miles. That's deep. 200,000 miles on this joint. Wow. Wow. And it handles and feels great. The motor, the tranny, everything feels fantastic. Can't tell me Mercedes doesn't make a great car. I've had one of these though that had like 210,000 miles, 215 or something. So, I mean, that tells you a lot about these cars. These cars are built like tanks. You can drive these cars until the wheels fall off and just replace the wheels and keep driving. Mercedes proves himself over and over again with these cars. How well these motors are, the transmissions, the bodies, the suspensions. Other than the ABC, just overall, these are great cars. Great cars. And this car handles very, very nicely. Very nicely. I love it. So look what we have. We have the SL500 back. This car right here came from Louisville, Kentucky. Now, I did this coilover conversion several months ago, but it had to get the convertible top repaired. Now, the process of getting this top to work again was a doozy, as they say. It took more time and more money than expected. I didn't personally do the work. I had a third party do that here in Cincinnati, Ohio. And unfortunately, like I said, it took longer and it cost more money than anticipated. So that's not a situation that I want to really be a part of, so to speak. Now, because there's going to be people who want to have me do that work for them. Say, hey, can you do my suspension and get my top done while it's there? I'm not going to offer that service until I find the most efficient way of getting that top repaired. Financially and time-wise, I'm not going to provide that service for others in the future. So this was a lesson learned. But the customer is about to pick his car up tomorrow, and he's very, very happy. There's a few other things that I needed to do repair-wise to get it ready to get picked up, but we are there, guys. It is ready. It is ready. So I'm going to go ahead and start this thing up because he also got some exhaust work done. That's something additional that the customer wanted. He wanted to get rid of the catalytic converter. That's the second set. And also the mufflers to give it that nice aggressive sound that he wanted. The SL500, which is what this is, does not have resonators, only catalytic converters and mufflers. That's 4 catalytic converters. Only remove the second set. So I'm going to start this thing up, see how it sounds. Give me 1 second. All right, so here it is, guys. I'm going to drive it around, see how it feels, make any kind of final adjustments that need to be made to the suspension. Since it's been a few months since it's been done, it surely has had time to settle under static conditions. It wasn't being driven. So it's a difference of the break-in process, the vehicle sitting versus being driven. Let's take a little drive here, see how it feels. Now you do have a little issue here with the tire pressure, and also the battery is low in the back. Electric consumer's offline, so that means there's only going to be some things that work, some things that won't work, I guess, when the battery is low, until enough voltage kicks in from the alternator to the battery in the back. So your front battery is the starter battery, remember that. Rear battery is the accessory battery. So what's this? Oh, the trunk is open. Let me remedy that situation. Oh gosh, hold on. Come on, car, get out the way. All right. This trunk ain't. Oh yeah, those are the mufflers and the catalytic converters. Now the SL, the catalytic converters, are smaller than they are on S55. The SL500, the AMG. That has resonators and catalytic converters. On the SL500, it's just a set of catalytic converters. There's 4 of them total, individual catalytic converters. And he removed the mufflers, the second set and the mufflers. All right, we're back. That sounds good, man. Really aggressive. Really aggressive. I like it. Not as loud and boisterous as the SL55, but I like this tone better, honestly. It's a little loud though, but I like it. I like it. Shoot, I don't think the dampeners need to be adjusted at all. I like it. Traction control. It's wet out here, so I'm gonna break traction a little bit with initial takeoff. See, to me, that's too loud, but he likes it loud. Once you step on it a little bit, it gets loud. All right, this is for you, David. You want to hear what this thing sound like? We roll these windows down a little bit so you can hear it. As soon as this truck goes past. Okay, as soon as that truck goes past. So what do you think? All right, David, this is for you. All right, take a listen. You like that sound? All right, I'm gonna do it with the window down. what you think. Okay, guys. So the owner of this vehicle from Louisville, Kentucky, his name is David. He's on his way. He's en route. And also, my buddy Corey, who also assisted David with the convertible top, he's on his way. So this is going to be quite the interaction here with Corey and David at the same time, discussing the SL and what all was done. I actually think I hear, or do I see? Do I hear? I hear Corey pulling up. He has my previously owned 2004 SL500. You can hear it. Yeah, that was my car, man. That's a beautiful SL500. Golly. Silver is so sexy. Beast. That is such an awesome car. Golly. Let me just take a walk around this thing. I done forgot how beautiful this car is. This car is so cold, dude. God, man. Oh, hold on. Who is this? Oh, snap. Here comes David. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Here we go. So the coilover conversions was done. The rear Okay, back to this. So the mufflers were removed and the catalytic converters. The SL500 does not have resonators. The SL55, the AMG version, does have resonators, catalytic converters, and of course mufflers. So that was removed so that this car could have that sound that you just heard up there. He wanted it more aggressive, have a more throaty, powerful sound. And so that's what we accomplished here by removing said mufflers and catalytic converters. Now that's the second set, not the first set, but the second set. I'm doing this to show the year. This is how you can tell the year. It's a late 03, so it might categorize as a 04. Mercedes does that. Even though it says 03, if it's a late year, it might be the next year. So it might be an 04. I can't remember though what he told me. But a very nice car either way. And so now it has the coilover suspension instead of ABC. It's more aggressive. He also had a pneumatic issue regarding the locks and the trunk actuators, but all that has been repaired too. And of course the convertible top now works. So let's go get some love here from the family. You guys are on YouTube. I'm just telling y'all that. All y'all gonna be on YouTube. This whole crew right here, man. How you doing? Yeah. Mimi, right? Yeah. Okay. Brandon Green. What's up with you, bro? God, man. And then Corey. Y'all know who this person is. Y'all know me. Jacked up Corey. Yeah, so yeah, now we got the SL right here. So here go the key. Hold on. All right, there you go. All right. We're gonna see what we got. I want you to start it up. I want to see what you think about the sound. This is the exhaust work that Corey did, and let's see how the customer feels about it.
Boy, y'all is not ready.
Hey, she jumped a little bit.
I'm about to get pulled over by the police. Love to get pulled over. That's what you wanted, ain't it?
All right.
To show my appreciation, I got a little gift for y'all. I want to present y'all guys with for being such good to me, being patient with me, doing just what y'all said y'all want to do. I just want to gift y'all with a little something to show my appreciation with my brothers, Corey and Brandon. I just want to gift y'all with a little bit of my token of my appreciation.
Oh shoot. Oh shoot. What is this? What is this? First off, check him out. Check him out.
Oh, yeah,
He's blessed. Now, what are we talking about?
I'm gonna bless you.
My goodness.
With a 6.5 carats.
Woo-wee.
A VVS 1.
Come on now.
Oh, I'm sorry. With the paperwork.
Oh, whoa. What are we talking about here?
GA certified. So we're gonna make sure he's good to go.
Okay. Okay. Oh Lord. No, he didn't. Are you serious? Look at that.
And then we got
what's that B stand for? Y'all know.
Brandon. Then we got Corey.
Corey.
C notes.
Corey ball. I mean Corey. Yeah.
Show my brother.
Look at that beautiful craftsmanship right there. That's quality right there. Put my finger in there too. David, man, thank you.
Brothers for life.
We appreciate that, man.
Yes,
thank
sir,
you.
Yes, sir. And here go your paperwork.
And another one.
Paperwork. So y'all know.
This man is incredible. Look at him.
Oh man, God.
That's love right there. Talk to him. Talk to him.
Boy been good to me.
Leave a message for him, man. Leave a message for him. That's love.
Yes, sir. I appreciate everything that y'all done. I know it ain't been easy. It's been a movie.
It's been a process. It's been a process.
So at the end of the day, if y'all guys want something done right, all you gotta do is come here. They make sure they take care of you all the way. You see how I look? I'm about to go home happy on the trailer, but I'll be good.
Yeah.
Top work and everything.
Yeah.
If you can give them a little show about the top. You want me to do that? Yes, sir.
All right.
Move the phone out the way.
Bro, I'll stop this tape so quick. Look at that, boy, convertible. And when it arrived, that did not work. And when he's leaving, it works. And he has the panoramic roof. That's also something special. So you don't see on most of these SLs.
All right now.
Beautiful.
You can roll these windows down right here.
Can you do the roll bar?
Can you be quiet?
All right. I hope I didn't ask you too much. Please work.
I'm doing the roll bar.
There we go.
So that's what you do when you put the top down. When this car got here, the top did not work. The door locks did not work.
That's true.
Okay. Now the top is working. The door locks is working.
Yeah.
When you bring it here, it was just a car that drove. No top, no door locks.
And the suspension was jacked up.
And the suspension was jacked up. And let me leave you out.
All right.
So at the end of the day, we got a fully functioning, working car. What goes wrong with these cars is tops and suspensions. All right? It's done. We good. He had a lot of components replaced on his top. Somebody had this car before, been in this top, and there was a rat's mess. Now we good. A lot of work.
All right. Was it worth it?
Oh, it was worth the nice little wait, but all in the end, it was beautiful. I'm pretty good that God put me with the right people, and I'm just grateful.
Okay. Sometimes in life, we come across issues, we learn how to deal with them appropriately. Sometimes people take the wrong route, creates more problems for themselves, and it just leads to bigger problems, and then nobody's happy at the end of the day. But in this case, we ran across some difficulties with the process. We made the right decision. People took care of each other, and we are where we are now. And so that's what we want. All right, everybody's happy. The car is running smooth. The suspension is done. We still got to test that out. I want you to drive it. Make sure that you're happy with the settings, the deafening settings. We just tested the top. That's good to go. And hopefully we can learn from this timely, expensive experience. And now we have a good car, and moving forward, we'll make sure that we take care of each other, because that's what it's all about. We want to take care of each other. All right? Well done. Well done. So, look at this ring, bro. You got it? Not yet. Hold on, this mug is crazy. Don't pull out yet.
Bro, you just sent me off.
Yeah.
All
All right, you good now.
You got Tasmania Devil over here. He hit it, didn't he?
Oh my God. Bruh. I can't. All right. So how do you feel about it? You can still hear him. Golly. That's louder than I thought, because the top was up, so it kind of muffled the sound.
Yeah, absolutely.
Golly. So how do you feel about the experience? The tape is rolling. Talk to me.
The experience was great. I was happy I was able to fix a customer's top. Everybody's happy. He's happy. Went through a little something, but we good.
There you go. All right. So now he's driving it now. He's going to tell me if I need to firm it up, soften it up, whatever. You have that option with the Silver's Nail Max Coilover suspension. You can make it just how you want it to be. All right. So I'll pick this back up as he's coming back around. This dude is tripping.
Jamaican on. Make your fire.
She was so scared, boy.
Oh my God. You got it loud. Golly.
Spin outs in the street when I turned at the light at the gas station.
It did what now?
I did all type of spin outs.
Oh my God, bro. Are you serious? We heard you, man, for a long time after you left here.
And it rides so smooth.
You like that?
Every bump I hit.
I think he scared everybody at the gas station.
You want to take that stress control off, I'd act a fool.
Bruh.
Oh my God.
Bruh. What you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Baby, what do you think? What do y'all think, man?
I'll say hats off, gentlemen. Hats off.
All right.
Nah.
God.
Happy with your results like that.
Yeah, that's a good thing, man. I'm glad you're happy.
I
I'm glad you.
hope you guys like the gifts, man. And
Yeah,
I
man.
just want to show y'all my appreciation, man. Let y'all guys know out there, you know, custom. All ours custom.
Hey, y'all, this was a gift. This was a gift. You don't get no gifts like this. This was a gift.
Token of
Remember that.
appreciation. Yeah, that's special. And I see she's blinged out as well. Golly. Show the pieces. Yeah.
Oh, and don't forget the.
Oh, my bad. All right.
I forgot your earrings. Oh my
I don't wear
God.
earrings.
I know you remember.
Yeah.
I know you remember. I forgot. I swear I forgot them. I was rushing.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Y'all got each other's information?
Yeah, because you said be here too.
Yeah, it's all right.
And then the truck didn't start.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I didn't have it in reverse.
Yeah.
I didn't have it in reverse. I just jumped out, you know, turned the key and took it out.
Yeah.
And when I jumped back in, it wouldn't start. You
Yeah.
know, so I was like, damn.
Golly, man. This thing is crazy. This is exactly what you wanted. Loud, aggressive, top down. Beautiful.
If this car was going to act up, he was going to act up over there. Hey, he was over there like this. When he came past that car like this, he was there like this.
He was like, what course? She was like, what?
I was like, where are we going?
He came around around the circle and came through this car. I guess she was close. She was in there like this. She decided, she was like,
I know you don't know if something works. I ain't finna pump it. Can everybody be
Yeah, real nice.
No. I want to make sure it works before I leave.
If your neighbors went up, they up now.
Yeah, they up now.
they used to it.
Look at his finger. Look at his finger.
It's nice.
I put that in my drink.
What?
Yeah.
No, shut up.
Yeah, see, I got this one for my birthday.
Oh yeah.
My birthday is December 26th. For my birthday Christmas, I was getting ready to go on a cruise to the Bahamas with my cousin.
Yeah.
And, yeah. They didn't say I was doing her
That's crazy. Now, if I recall right, this car has, I think, 190 something on the miles. Let me see. All right, let me zoom in on that. You see it? I think it's 195. But it just proves to you how good these cars are, man. It just really proves to you how good quality that these cars are for it to have about 200,000 miles. If that's correct, I thought he said 195. If that's correct, it speaks, man, it's a mouthful. You know, proof that these cars are built fantastic.
He parked this side when he was young.
What y'all talking about, man?
Just like his wife.
Man, nothing to do with it, huh?
Ah, whatever, man. I ain't gonna cap on you because I'm recording. That's why I'm taking you out of all my videos, bro.
Please look at